good day. Good morning. How are you? It's so nice to have you here with me today. Good morning. How are you? How do you do? Hello, good day. Now that we're together, learning so much fun, the more of us, the better. So come on, everyone. Good morning. How are you? How do you do? Hello, good day. Harmony now? Yep. Okay, the dad. Good morning. How are you? It's so nice to have you here with me today. Good morning. How are you? How do you do? Hello, good day. Now that we're together, learning so much fun, the more of us, the better. So come on, everyone. Good morning. How are you? How do you do? Hello, good day. How do you do? Hello, good day.
So today's book that we're going to read is called Fish is Fish, and the author is Leo Lionni. One of my favorite things about this book are all the pretty colors that the illustrator used. So this is the title page, Fish is Fish. At the edge of the woods, there was a pond, and there was a minnow, and a tadpole swam among the weeds. They were inseparable friends. One morning, the tadpole discovered that during the night he had grown 2 little legs. "Look," he said triumphantly, "look, I am a frog." "Nonsense," said the minnow. "How could you be a frog if only last night you were a little fish, just like me?" They argued and argued until finally the tadpole said, "Frogs are frogs, and fish is fish, and that's that." In the weeks that followed, the tadpole grew tiny front legs, and his tail got smaller and smaller. And then one fine day, a real frog now, he climbed out of the water and onto the grassy bank. The minnow too had grown and had become a full-fledged fish. He often wondered where his 4-footed friend had gone, but days and weeks went by and the frog did not return. Then one day, with a happy splash that shook the weeds, the frog jumped into the pond. "Where have you been?" asked the fish excitedly. "I have been about the world, hopping here and there," said the frog, "and I have seen extraordinary things." "Like what?" asked the fish. "Birds," said the frog mysteriously. "Birds," and he told the fish about the birds who had wings and 2 legs and many, many colors. As the frog talked, his friend saw the birds fly through his mind like large feathered fish. "What else?" asked the fish impatiently. "Cows," said the frog. "Cows! They have 4 legs, horns, eat grass, and carry pink bags of milk." "And people," said the frog. "Men, women, children," and he talked and talked until it was dark in the pond. But the picture in the fish's mind was full of lights and colors. and marvelous things, and he couldn't sleep. Ah, if he could only jump about like his friend and see that wonderful world. Pretty colors in this picture. And so the days went by. The frog had gone, and the fish just lay there dreaming about birds in flight, grazing cows, and those strange animals, all dressed up, that his friend called people. One day he finally decided that come what may, he too must see them. And so with a mighty whack of the tail, he jumped clear out of the water onto the bank. He landed in the dry, warm grass, and there he lay, gasping for air, unable to breathe or move. "Help!" he groaned feebly. Luckily, the frog, who had been hunting butterflies nearby, saw him and with all his strength pushed him back into the pond. Still stunned, the fish floated about for an instant. Then he breathed deeply, letting the clean, cool water run through his gills. Now he felt weightless again, and with an ever so slight motion of the tail, he could move to and fro, up and down as before. The sun rays reached down within the weeds and gently shifted patches of luminous color. This world was surely the most beautiful of all worlds. He smiled at his friend the frog, who sat watching him from a lily leaf. "You were right," he said. "Fish is fish."
Okay, friends, now let's get ready to sing the Elm Word Wall song together.
Sing the alphabet song, sing it loud and sing it strong, sing it high and sing it low, sing it proud wherever you go. Apple begins with A, ball begins with B, cake begins with C, door begins with D. Egg begins with E. Fish begins with F. Gate begins with G. Heart begins with H. Igloo begins with I. Jar begins with J. Key begins with K. Leaf begins with O-O-L. Moon begins with M. Nail begins with N. Octopus begins with O. Pencil begins with P. Quilt begins with Q. Rainbow begins with R. Sock begins with S. Tooth begins with T. Umbrella begins with U. Violin begins with V. Wagon begins with W. Box ends with X. Yarn begins with Y. Zipper begins with Z. Come along, sing the alphabet song. Sing it loud and sing it strong. Sing it high and sing it low. Sing it proud wherever you go.
Hi guys, how are you? So for today's art project for the story Fish is Fish, you will find that we have put something in your packets. You will find a background, a piece of paper that has 2 colors on it that's filled with coral pieces that you just kind of punch out like this. You rip it out, do it nice and slowly. You have a fish and some bubbles. To complete this project, you will also need a glue stick. Okay, so now you have punched all of your coral reef out, and you can choose what color side you want to use. And then you're going to glue it onto your water, your background here. Okay, so we are going to talk about how we can play the classic game Go Fish with a deck of cards. So everyone needs to get a deck of cards, and then what you're going to do is you're going to divide them up. So we're going to take all the face cards out and all the aces, and we're going to put them over here because we're not going to use those. And then we're going to put all your 2s and your 3s together, and so that you're sorting them all out, okay? So that we make sure that we have 4 of each number. This is a really good way to also work on your number recognition. So parents, you can help your child by starting, depending on where your child is in learning their numbers, you can start out by putting the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out, and then ask your child to match each of them until they have 4 of each number. Okay, so now we're going to play Go Fish. So we're gonna take these cards, mix them all together, put them in the pond, and we're gonna mix them. This is fun, having the kids shuffle around, shuffle the cards around, mix them up until they make one big pond, okay? Each player is now gonna grab 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, a 2 of a kind is a match. So I'm gonna put my 2 8s down and my 2 10s. Now, if I'm playing against my mom or my big brother, they have 7 cards too. And so I would ask them, do you have any 4s? Do you have any 4s? Well, they'd look at their cards, see if they have a 4. If they don't have a 4, what do they say? Go fish. So they told me to go fish, so I pick up a card. I didn't get a 4, but I put it here. Now it's their turn. They are gonna ask me, do you have any 9s? And I'll say, go fish. Now, if my friend had a pair of 6s and I have a 6, and I can play on their 6 over here too, okay? The first person to end without any cards wins the game. Or if you want to keep on playing, you just have them pick up another card until all the fish are out of the lake. So that's a really fun way to learn your numbers, to play a game, and just to have fun along with our book, Fish is Fish. Enjoy!